Okay, so let's talk about disclaimers in BookTube. Hi, my name is Fizzy, and this is the Procrastinator Files. And yes, I haven't uploaded in a month. Woo, you know what you signed up for when you signed up for the Procrastinator Files. So let's spill some tea. I think disclaimers are shit. I hate them. I fast forward through every disclaimer I ever see in any video. If you click on a video with the intention to hate it, you shouldn't be allowed on the internet. If you are easily offended by different opinions on things that you love, don't actively seek out a different opinion. And if you start to see someone going in a way you didn't like, click off. Leave a dislike. Leave a constructive comment if you feel someone has overstepped. If you decide to be inflammatory and you feel like you need to blow up or go and rant about it incessantly for no reason, or you feel like you need to become violent or abusive or disgusting or insulting to people who have a different opinion to you, especially when they haven't actively gone out to hurt anybody or they haven't intentionally meant to do anything to you, they haven't directly called you out and said, oh, if you like or do this, then you are this. Chill out. If you cannot handle the internet in 2019, please sign off and meditate. Yeah? That would be a better thing for you to do rather than raising your blood pressure for no reason or trolling people, because who trolls people in 2019? I feel like disclaimers are becoming a form of censorship in a way that I see YouTubers obligated, bearing in mind that this is their channel to talk about whatever the hell they want, and you clicked on, no one held a gun to your head. Like, their videos will be 10 minutes long and there'll be like a 4 minute disclaimer, and I'm thinking, like, y'all out here complaining about how Court of Thorns and Roses was basically 75% prologue and 25% book, but your video is 7 minutes long with disclaimers and then 3 minutes of content, and I'm thinking, what is this? Why do you feel like you need to cater towards people who can't handle the real world, where the real world has a difference of opinion? If you are writing a review and then you feel like in the review, when you're articulating your thoughts and opinions on your channel, that you need to say, oh, this is just my opinion and everyone is entitled to it, and you're saying it in every video you do that's a review, and you have feel like you need to tell people because you have an opinion, you're not attacking them, and they don't understand that we don't need to suffer fools because we aren't idiots. Okay, and if people decide to feel personally attacked because you have an opinion, especially when you haven't called them out and you aren't being inflammatory and you aren't being malicious or cruel in any way, you're literally just saying, oh, I didn't like such and such, and someone's like, oh my god, I've been attacked. Ignore them. Block them from your channel. Someone's going to be offended whether you put a disclaimer or not, especially if that person has come here looking for trouble and you're just wasting time. Like, I feel like you, with disclaimers that are very, very, very long and you feel like you need to cover every base, you then begin to start insulting the audience who doesn't need a disclaimer because we're mature enough to understand, especially that. But we've seen your thumbnail, which most likely says rant review or rave review, or it has like the heart emojis or trash or whatever. We've seen the title and we know what kind of person you are because we clicked on you. If we don't know who you are, we can tell from the tone. If I don't like your video, I'm gonna click off of it. At worst, I'll leave a dislike, but I've never left a dislike on a YouTube video in my life because it's unnecessary. It's as simple as, like, I don't need this disclaimer, okay? Because I understand the way the world works. People have conflicting views, and that's okay. People will say inflammatory things, and unless it's actually offensive, like you may just say, I absolutely hate it, no, that is considered inflammatory because hate is a strong word and it can lead people to have an opposite view of you to feel a certain way. Like, you are entitled to feel that way, and you're entitled on your channel to do what you feel and feel how you feel. So For me to have to sit through a 4 minute disclaimer of you basically repeating how you don't mean to offend anybody, but you're still going to say what you're going to say, well, someone's still going to be offended. So the disclaimer is invalid at that point. It's like, I feel like it's just a lot. And because people, the disclaimers are getting longer because people are more and more afraid of people who are blatantly just trolling on the internet or don't belong on the internet in the first place. And I don't understand why we're catering for those people when you have an audience of people who literally cling on to anything else you have to say, or are mature enough to understand and will calmly debate with you in a comment, or if they've done something wrong, will calmly criticize you constructively rather than blow up at you. In fact, you should be ignoring people who can't calmly explain to you if you've done something wrong. Even if they're angry, they should be able to string along words without saying, ah, yo, no, 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 no. Like, no. And I can't deal with it anymore. Like, the only thing, like the only disclaimer of sorts that is ever necessary on a video is a trigger warning. Those are necessary. Disclaimers are irrelevant at this point because no matter what you say, someone may get mad anyway and your disclaimer won't mean anything. I still see tons of hate comments under these videos with a disclaimer. Obviously, you're free to do whatever the hell you want to do, but you shouldn't feel pressured to do something that you don't want to do, and you shouldn't feel scared to have your own opinion unless it is a really like emotionally heavy opinion to have, such if you're talking about politics or talking about marginalized people, talking about religion or whatever, like whatever YouTube guidelines considers to be inflammatory. If you're talking about one of those sensitive topics, that's one thing. If you're talking about books and you're talking about how you don't like a certain book or you're not interested in a certain author's writing and you feel like you need to put a disclaimer on top of that, unnecessary. We're a book community. If you read books, why are people getting so mad over books? So that is mainly what I have to say. I won't ever be putting disclaimers on my videos. I obviously believe in warning people before I start. Like, I don't like this book. Simple as. Like, you can just let people know what's going to happen. That's calm. But cutting a whole 4 minutes out of a 15-minute video, or even worse when it's over that even kind of margin, that stop. I feel like it's an insult to the intelligence of people who understand what human communication is. But yeah, that is just my opinion. Obviously, people will disagree, they may disagree, and that's completely fine. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but it's just, understand the point I'm making is your channel and you're free to do whatever the hell you want. So you don't need to feel like you need to cater towards people who don't understand that you're entitled to your opinion on your channel, not theirs. There are millions of other YouTubers to watch. If you don't want to see someone's content or it hurts you or whatever, people will love and hate every side. So deal with it. It's the world. But yes, I'm going to sign off now. I don't want to make this video longer because I'm not going to edit it. And thank you for hearing what I have to say. I'd love to hear your opinions down below. Obviously, tell me if I fucked up anywhere, or if I missed something, or if you agree with me. And yeah, come and stalk me on my socials. You know where to find me. Goodbye.